What's up, fam? This is your boy, The Odd Trucker, signing in, tuning in, however you want to do that. So, it has been rough on you, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's done been 2 weeks. I am very grateful and thankful to God, though, because your boy is done with his old road training. Holla at your boy. I'm talking about, yeah, boy, too happy. I'm so happy. I had a great trainer, you know what I'm saying? He was a good guy. He knew exactly what he was talking about. He knew his stuff, you know. So I couldn't ask for a more knowledgeable and proactive person for a trainer. I was just dealing with some stuff mentally as far as things that irked me or things that agitated me. You know what I'm saying? There were situations to where, you know what I'm saying, I would be told to do something, and I would take what was told to me and I would apply it to a situation, but it wasn't necessarily for that specific situation. You know, being a truck driver, you know what I'm saying, you have to learn how to react to different situations in different ways. It could be a similar situation, but you may need a different type of response for that specific situation. And that was something that took me a little bit more time to grasp, because I was getting very agitated. I was getting very frustrated, and I was just, you know what I'm saying, really battling in my mind, you know what I'm saying. And when I tried to respond from, you know what I'm saying, from like how I'm talking to y'all now, and I would get shot down. It's like I couldn't even defend myself per se for some of my actions, you know what I'm saying. So it was, in actions I mean, like if I'm driving a truck and a car pull over in front of me and just start slowing down and I get over or something like that, you know, stuff like that, and it may apply to this situation, and I did it for another situation, and that one, you know what I'm saying, how he would have done it. And so things like that, they was working my nerve, just being honest. But when I realized what I was dealing with spiritually, I was like, look, I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm just going to sit here and do what I got to do to get where I need to be, and that's exactly what I've done. No, he's a good dude, you know what I'm saying. I can't knock him, you know what I'm saying, for stuff like that, because that was a spiritual attack on me that he knew nothing about, you know what I'm saying. I know what the enemy was attempting to do. He was trying to put a stop to what God had already put in place, and I don't have time for that. No, enemy, I don't have time for you, and you know it. So you need to get out of my face. You feel me? But everything has been great. I'm back in Meridian, Mississippi at the hotel, as y'all can see. I would open the curtain up, but I don't feel like it. But yeah, everything is great, and I couldn't be more thankful to God. It was rough though. It did get a little rough. It really did. I was tired. I was stressing out. How I know I was stressed, I started breaking out. Like I got like little bumps like everywhere, bro. They're like just everywhere, and I just started breaking out when I'm stressing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good though. That's gonna go away here shortly, and I'm be back to smooth baby face, cause how my old lady like my face. It's really smooth and baby, like I already got good skin. It's just the stress be killing me sometimes, but it's all good though, because God is good and He is doing His thing. I'm being obedient. Let's see. But I've driven a lot. Actually, I got a picture of my miles from this week. One day I drove 621 miles. I think it was 621. It might have been like 627 or something. And I got proof. Like I do have proof. I would post it. Matter of fact, I'm learning how to do this video stuff. So I know how to. It's been a while. I'm rusty. I may try to find a way to put that in there or post it in a comment or something. Post that picture up. And I took a picture of the Qualcomm from my 8-day log. And I drove 621 miles. What was that? Wednesday. It was Wednesday, and my drive time was 10 hours and 57 minutes. Yes, getting it in. And like, they killed me though. I ain't gonna lie. Last week tried to take me out. Well, this week, because today is Saturday. No, today is Friday. Today is Friday. Jesus. This week tried to. It was rough. It was just a mental struggle. The work is nothing. Driving is nothing. It's just mentally how I had to humble myself and exemplify or be an example of humility. And I had no one to confide into but God. You know what I'm saying? So that was tough, and that was trying. To be honest, this whole process from just being on the road with the trainer has been one of the more harder things that I've had to do, as far as a spiritual challenge. You know what I'm saying? Cause I can deal with stuff, but knowing that that this individual had power in the earth, even though God it's already done in heaven, you know what I'm saying? When somebody feels as if or knows they have some form of power, there's only so much you can do from a physical standpoint. And for me, that was to sit there and be quiet and do what I needed to do. Even though, you know what I'm saying, I knew why I may have done this or done that, and they may have, you know what I'm saying, thought of it as something other than that. If I came at them in the wrong manner, that could have been my job. You know what I'm saying? And I got too much going on. I got a timeline to maintain, and I don't have time for that. I'm not going through this process again. No, I'm not. That is OV. Your boy is not doing this again unless I'm training somebody for my truck company, which is, you will hear about that later on down the line. But I ain't got time. I'm not doing this no more, because I don't have to do it no more, because I defeat the enemy. I am in a nice hotel room back in Meridian, enjoying this AC. I just had a nice steak and some ribs from Logan's, and I'm chilling, and the enemy can't do nothing about it. Can't do that one thing, because he can't stop me, because I'm a force to be reckoned with. And you need to realize the same thing. You are a force, and the enemy cannot stop you. As long as you know that you have authority and that you will be victorious. You will be, not that I might win or I could win. You know you're gonna win. He can't touch you. All he can do is what he was told to do. And that's a bit more deep. We can go there though. I got time, and I ain't talked with y'all in a while. So okay, look. Okay, Satan was an angel. First off, matter of fact, he is an angel. He is still technically an angel, but he's a fallen angel. So he was cast out of the heaven. Ooh, I don't go too deep. I'm not going too deep. That's too deep for y'all. If it's not too deep, just let me know, and I'll go there in the next video. But he was cast from heaven and sent to hell to I'm trying to not sugarcoat but simplify. But anyway, Satan is an angel. He was cast from heaven to hell because he tried to objectify himself and not God. And God is a jealous God, and just being 100. If you were sovereign and you created everything, including the angels, how would you feel if somebody thought they was better than you? Of course you're gonna be jealous. You don't even, bro, I made you, bro. I thought of you and you existed, and you think you higher than me, bro? No, bye. So that's what happened. That's what happened. And so I got to remember where I was going. Where was I going with this? Oh, right, okay. So I said, when you have the authority and you know that you're gonna win, all Satan can do is what he's told to do. God uses Satan as a tool for the disobedient ones to become obedient. Because if you keep getting knocked across your head, you keep getting attack after attack, you lose your job, you lose your house, you lose your cars and everything like that. And you know what I'm saying, you just fall to rock bottom, and you done tried everything and ain't nothing work. You gonna eventually try God, and you gonna find out it's gonna work. And that's always God's plan. The further you run, the faster you run, the quicker you gonna get to God. And that's how that works. And so God will give Satan a task. Say, look, I need you to do this and this to see how my child reacts. And you're going to react one or two ways. Either you're going to run from the challenge and stay stuck in the world, or you're going to face up to it and you're like, okay, God, I'm done. What you want me to do? And so that's where Satan has his job. His job is to be a stumbling block when he has to be a stumbling block, is to be a fence, or just to be blockages, to be a hindrance. That's his position. And once you recognize that he's not doing it on his own power, he's doing it because that's the role that God has given him to portray you, once you realize that you have authority in heaven, and because we are God's children and are of His image and likeness, that we can that God has given us the authority to move mountains in the spirit. Don't you realize that Satan has not a bit of authority over your life? That's when you're gonna really come up, because he ain't nothing he can do. When something pop up, it's there because it has to be there, because God designed it that way. So I tripped, spiked the bullet like I did. I just bit this a massive bullet for 4 weeks, sitting there being quiet, driving this truck and doing what I'm supposed to do. And guess what? I'm back in Meridian, getting ready to finish up my last week, I already got my truck number. You know what I'm saying? I technically have my truck. I will be in my truck Sunday doing the inspection and everything. So it's already done. All I got to do is drive like I got some sense, which I have plenty of, and drive like I have some skill and talent, which I do have. Not being boastful, just being confident in my skills and my ability. And yeah, God's already done it. But you gotta know that He already done it. Once you know, you're gonna be like this at the end, not in between. Cause your boy was like, "Hey, look, bro. Like, I just wanna just let you know what the deal is, but I can't do that, because if I allow myself to get out of place, that's when Satan can then move on his own. When you get out of God's will, when you get in your flesh, when you, let's say, somebody come at you wrong, and now you entertain it, and so now you getting back at this person, you like, hey, bro, what you mean? Get out my face, like, what you want to do or something, you know what I'm saying? Once you get to that point, that's when, okay, God, He removes Himself. He's like, okay, this is not the way I wanted my son to react. However, since he chose to react this way, Satan, you have fun, because now you've given him authority. So once you do that, then you done messed up, because now the enemy can fulfill his part. He can only fulfill his part or do his job if you allow him to do his job. Other than that, he's just a pawn in a game of chess. Just a pawn in a game of chess. That is all. That is all. Y'all will get it though. And for the ones that looking at me crazy and like, bro, I want to hit by trucks and not God. Look at the banner on my Facebook, on my YouTube page. It said God's plan. That's because He will always be first in my life, and He will always be first on this channel. Just letting you know for future reference, past reference, current, present reference, however you want to do that. That's kind of cool. I like that. However you want. That ain't like my bad. But yeah. And if you like talking about God, but like, who is He really? There's several ways you can do this. One way that is just utmost easiest is, but I look, God, if you real, you know what I'm saying, let me know, show me. And I 100% guarantee you He will reveal Himself. He will, like, point blank period. He is realer than you can possibly imagine. Like, he is so real, He's tangible. Like, you can touch Him, feel Him, smell Him, and that's for real. Like, straight up. Matter of fact, if you serious, like you really serious in Australia, you really serious, like, hey God, show me that you out there, show me that you real, and He will show you. And once He shows you, don't be afraid of what He may reveal to you, and don't prepare yourself, because He may show you something that you weren't expecting. Hell, you will know it's God. You will know it's God. Now, once He reveals Himself, now you have a choice to make. Either I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing, which you know is not necessarily right or okay in His eyes, or you can start your journey fresh with Him having your back 100%. And that's not saying it's going to be easy, because it is not easy. Not by a long shot. Not at all. No matter how much help you got, no matter who rooting for you and cheering for you, it's your journey and you got to go on. It's the best thing I ever did, though. Straight up. It's the best thing I ever did, because I surely wouldn't be right here. I know I wouldn't be right here. Oof, excuse me. Whew. Thank you, God. He been doing this thing. Hey, boy's tired, and I'm finna chill out, and I'm finna sleep good in this wonderful bed right here. One time I'm finna sleep real good, cause that top bunk in that truck, that is not the move, bro. Like, no. That is not the move. And yeah. Well, yeah, just keep God first. Stay focused, be blessed. And if you want to do this trucking thing, just be serious. Like, don't expect this to be easy. Don't expect this, but I'm just going to get another job. No, you're not. No, you're finna change your whole complete life, and you need to be ready. You need to prepare yourself. Do your research and know that this is what you want to do. Because once you start, you need to follow through. You need to follow through. Because if you one of the people that start stuff and don't finish stuff, it's not good. Because God is of completion. He's all about completion. Seeing a process through. And if you cannot endure the test, how can you be a true vessel of God or a true child of God? How can you call yourself that if you can't stand the test of time, per se? Yeah, that's deep. Think about it. He just dropped that. That's some manna that we call manna. I believe it's manna or rhema. I gotta check up on that. Rhema is a fresh word, a new word. And manna is I think that's a more in-depth teaching, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta go back in there. I gotta dig deeper, cause I'm in a new place now. Cause this test here just opened my mind up, and and allowed me to go into a new place with God, because I surely had to call His name. I'm talking about I was praying all types of prayers to God, trying to maintain myself these last 4 weeks. It's rough. It was rough, because now it's smooth. And it's funny how when something is rough, it takes something rougher to smooth it out. You never thought about that? Like, take a what you want to do? We could do a piece of wood. So you got this stick, a log or something. It doesn't matter, a branch, but a medium-sized piece of wood, raw piece of wood. Take some sandpaper to it, and you just go for what you know. You just scrubbing. I mean, sandpaper is super abrasive. You rub across your skin, it tear your skin up. But the more you rub across the wood, it smooths the surface. It makes it presentable. It makes it soft to the touch. It makes it smooth. It takes that rough sandpaper to rub against another rough object to produce a smooth, finished object. It takes your roughness to be rubbed by the roughness of your situations to become a better you. And that's for real. It's revelation. That is revelation. Thank you, God. We're going to call it a night, because He wouldn't let me stop. I was trying to stop and He wouldn't let me stop. I feel it now. I'm finna go now. I'm tired now. Okay. Yep, my God is good, and we're going to keep God first. If you want to drive trucks, prepare yourself to do research. Got questions, hit me up. Like, subscribe to The Odd Trucker. The name will change. I don't know when. It will change, but I'm just trying to build a brand right now. So we're going to rock with it for now. I'll get about a year, though, before I switch it over to what it's supposed to be. Yeah, y'all gonna catch that. What it's supposed to be, that R still gonna be there, that ODD. You gonna find out. Stuff about me y'all don't know yet, but y'all gonna know now. This ain't just about trucks. Read the about section, you'll know what it's about. Or you'll have an idea. If you're spiritually inclined, you will know. But yep, I'm gonna have y'all keep God first, stay focused, follow your dreams, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do, because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And I live by that. It took a minute for me to really believe it and know it, but it's for real. It is surely for real. Y'all be safe. I love y'all. Keep God first. Keep it 100. Be truthful. Follow your dreams. Be safe. Stay focused. Be blessed. This is your boy, The Odd Trucker, signing out.